ladies.
Hey.
Hey.
We are back, episode 2, season 2. I'm excited. Don't know what we're going to talk about today, but we're here. What's up, y'all?
Hey,
Another day.
Another day. Another dollar.
Sorry. Struggling over here.
Hey.
Give me a second.
Oh, I from Route 21 out Forestville.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's my store, too.
What store is this?
Walmart got some Route 21. Walmart had some cute ones, too, and I got accused of stealing one yesterday. Well,
I know what I got.
This one that I came in the store with. Stupid.
I got a cute leather no boundaries jacket out of Walmart last year. And when I wear it, you would never know. It's better quality than some better ones.
You'd be like, okay, Walmart, to come through.
Oh yeah, I saw something on social media, and I thought I should bring it to you guys' attention and see what y'all think or whatever. So
Lexi with the T, with the 411. Here she go.
What's the full?
We're gonna make this a segment. Okay, y'all. So we're gonna look every episode. I'm adding stuff. So, I think I said that last episode. We're gonna make it a segment, right? I didn't add it to the website yet, but okay.
What's the 411, hun?
So I got two things first. I got some mess, and then I got some messy mess. All right, the mess.
Start with the messy mess.
I want to end with the messy mess. The mess is I was looking on Instagram and I saw the story of Naya Rivera, and she was the Glee actress who was on the boat and went swimming with her son. And,
oh yeah, I remember that story.
So the tea is though that her ex-husband and her 5-year-old.
Oh no, you went out. Okay, say that again.
25-year-old sister, they both moved into one house together to take care of
the husband and the Glee actress sister.
Yeah.
Moved under the same roof to take care of her nephew.
Yes. And also though, that's not even the icing on the cake. The icing on the cake is some pictures floating around of them walking out in public, the same two that moved in the house together after the sister passed, holding hands. And it's given like walk in the sun, holding hands, not your sister's ex-husband.
Yeah.
No. So I just want to know, how would you feel about that if you passed and one of your sisters decides to move in with your ex-husband? Like, is that something that is okay? How do you feel about it? Even on the strength of just taking care of the kids.
I'm coming through like a thief in the night.
They don't need to be under one roof to take care of the kid. Okay, but that's fine. But walking and holding hands, I feel like they already had something going on before she passed away.
Yeah. Based on that story, it sounds like
drowned.
I don't know. That's fishy.
Being under the same roof, like this sound like some Lifetime shit. Did they set it up? Like, did they kill her so they could be together?
But hold on, if I remember correctly, they were out there alone. It was her and her son. They got out the boat, right? She put him back into the boat and then he went to sleep. That's the story that was told, right? So the little boy had enough sense to say, Mommy put me on the boat and never came back. He got sense enough to say Auntie and Daddy was there too. So if they killed her.
I mean, I try to think of it in all aspects, like So apparently he released a statement and pretty much was like, people are always going to have their own opinions to things unless it's them just pretty much dealing with it within, their own.
But what is he
situation.
doing that he can't take care of his own child?
So he said that
He wouldn't be the only single.
It was the child's idea that since mommy's gone, can auntie come live with us? And
no, send him to auntie.
Something temporarily is not a lifetime thing, but right now while he's grieving, they are going to be living under the same roof.
I bet.
Why did they
under the same roof?
But why? Okay, so if it's so innocent and stuff, why do they feel to make it known to the public?
The tabloids got a hold of it, probably. It don't sound like they reported it.
Yeah, those pictures was leaked, and I guess they probably had to justify what was going on in the pictures. Like, they doing this for the kid type thing. But then even in the picture of them holding hands, the kid isn't. I don't think he's a part of the picture at all. So.
You're not holding hands for nobody's kids, sir, ma'am. What the hell? You holding hands for personal reasons. Like, got nothing to do with nobody's kid.
What's even crazier, y'all, is if y'all go and look at her sister, they look like exactly alike. Like, it's sick. Like, she's just a younger version, but she looks just like her sister. And it's like, are you grieving like, as in like, cause you
but it might not even been, okay, so again, I watched too much TV. So it might not even been a thing that they had something for each other prior to her death. Like, it could have been like, she's been around him, she's trying to comfort him, take care, and then they fell in love.
Somebody once told me a shoulder to lean on is the rider one.
But that's what I'm saying. They probably didn't have a thing for each other prior to her death.
Yeah, exactly. And then they're grieving and now boom out of
yeah.
That shoulder lean on turned into the ride on.
But they just bringing the child in.
Yeah. And they using that child as
a clutch.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the child can validate the situation to anybody on the outside. So of course people were gonna speculate. So
but initially it probably was like that, her being there for her nephew. Now I can see that. Like, like, let's just say something, God forbid, happened to you, that I would always be there for your children, going through that process, helping, like, but I would never move in like that. Like, she probably was really there on the strength of her 3-year-old nephew. Like, I wouldn't put that past anybody.
And think about it too. That was her sister. So that was her sister, and this is her ex-husband, and this is her child. So these are the three people who, had the most memories with this person, who are probably grieving the hardest. So if you put them all in a room, I mean, after a while, it's like it probably is going to get to that point. I mean, and then especially.
But I feel like as the sister, out of respect for my sister, I wouldn't. I wouldn't take it there.
No, absolutely not. No.
Exactly. Like, I just can't get it. And I'm gonna come back. I'm hunting.
I'm writing on mirrors. I see you. Turn the lights on.
Summer.
Don't think that I don't see you. And every time
I'm cutting on gas stoves, I'm flickering lights, I'm doing all of that shit.
Ain't nobody watching. I'm watching.
Baby, I'm getting in the bed with her, okay? Swim over.
I'm like, stop pulling the sheets. I'm not pulling them.
It's me.
Y'all know on them things, I'm snatching you out the bed. I'm gonna drag you onto the floor.
Paranormal activity.
And drag sis right back to her original place of living.
It's not. I don't. Yeah, I'm totally against that. I don't get what this son is going to gain. I mean, what is he gaining from seeing his auntie and his father living in the same house? Like,
I mean,
that's probably going to be What did he get it from that?
I don't think he gained anything, but he's not missing. I mean, he won't be missing that motherly, nurturing piece because Auntie is there. So I feel like that's a benefit for him as he's grieving through this process. And as a 3-year-old, he can't see, the connection that Auntie and Daddy may have because we don't know how true. Like we making speculations. So I feel like that is a benefit for him to still get that nurturing motherly love that he would be missing had Auntie not stepped up to the plate. That's my take.
I actually stepped up to
I see what you're saying.
Walked in them up. That's what Auntie did. Stepped up, put the shoes on, and walked in them.
Lexus.
For real. All right, so that conversation kind of leads me to the next topic. So I have pretty much 2 pre-teenagers, and then my stepson as well, who's almost a teenager. And so now kids have a lot of access to like social media and stuff. And like for me personally, I know my daughters follow me on social media. And with that being said, like for our generation, I think we should kind of like limit the things we post, the relationship, issues we post, the drama we post. I think it kind of like, because it starts to include the kids. So say, for instance, if I am going back and forth with my husband, and we posting this and we posting that and we posting this and that. With kids having so much exposure, it starts to create a bigger problem because now, the kids become involved in it because kids are not dumb now. It's the same way as like, on we have a tendency of posting everything about this particular guy.
Is this the messy mess?
Yeah, it's
okay.
Getting to the messy. Posting, just the ups, the downs, and the uglies on social media, and then, but also, children are involved, and children are on social media, so they see this stuff, and then it's like they see this stuff, but then when y'all make back up, where does that leave the child? Like, so it's like mommy mad at him, so we mad at him, and then when mommy not mad at him, oh, is he the best father of the year? Like how? So I think that with that being said, it's like we definitely got to limit the stuff we post on social media because the kids are definitely watching. Which leads me to my next segment of mess.
Is the messy mess gonna tell us who did this posting for the kids to see?
No, everything is anonymous.
I don't like this. I need to know.
So how do y'all feel about like just posting relationship trials on social media, like arguments, breakups and things like that? How do y'all feel about that? Do y'all do it? Have y'all ever done it? Have you ever experienced?
So
I feel like.
Go ahead.
I feel like it's not for. I just feel like it's not for social media because you put that information out there, and then, like you said, you make up, and then now everybody has their own perspective or 2 cents about what you should do and what you should not. If I do post something, it's a general message, and you wouldn't know. It'll be like I usually will post what I learned from the situation, but not the issue as a whole, if that makes sense. So like I would say something like never set expectations too high for someone because you don't know what they can give. So that's just
it could apply to you, but nobody knows.
Right, but nobody would know. And you don't know the situation, and then you don't know what's going on. So you really you can't have anything to say because you don't know what I'm talking about. So, I mean, so I do think, because a lot of times when people go to social media, it's for venting purposes. Like, like you just do that to lash out for that moment. So that's my way of doing it, because I feel like nobody should really, the world shouldn't be in my business. Like, it's 500 people that might see that post. Like, you shouldn't have a say of what go on in my life because I don't talk to you every day.
100 people that might see it, and guess how many gonna see it? 498, because they nosy. So anything you post, just know the world. And even if they don't see it, they got that one friend who saw it, me, who's gonna send it to all the other people who didn't see it. So it's like, whenever you post, you have to be mindful that the whole world is watching. The whole world is watching. Go ahead, Sam. What's your situation? What's your opinion?
I feel like, okay, so when I was younger, yes, going back and forth, but at this age now,
I don't think I ever did it.
Yeah, I mean, not did it as in, I would argue, like definitely argue back and forth on social media, but like posting my personal, what's going on in my relationship, or I don't think that at this day in time and at this age that I could do it. I don't care, but I couldn't do it. Like especially when it comes to the bad stuff, because it's like, you don't know who, you know what I'm saying? You don't know who and this, and I don't condone it. I just don't have time for it.
I mean, yeah, but some people look at it like, and that's the thing, like, I hate for people to have like a bad perspective of the next person, but it's not to say that you're only supposed to post the good to make your life look a certain way, but it's just like, I don't have to let you into every aspect of my life. Like, right. You don't have to know where I am every minute of the day, or who I'm with, or who I'm celebrating with, or whatever the case may be. Like, that's just not for social media. And that goes back to what Alexa said about the show that I still haven't watched yet. Social media does like consume, it makes you think outside of the box. Like, I might look at a picture and not think nothing of it, but somebody else might send me that same picture and be like, girl, did you know XYZ? And it was like, oh no, I didn't even look at it that way. So now I'm back on their page and I'm looking at 5 posts later and be like, oh, well, they was just together last week, so why didn't I? So it's just, it consumes you.
It do.
And a lot of stuff go over my head, so I really don't know until somebody pointed out to me, because I really don't be that interested in other people's lives, because I got my own life to worry about.
But then I think there's some people who enjoy that entertainment. Some people like to have people on their inner circle. Some people like to have mess and drama, and like, some people just enjoy that excitement. It's just, that's what's within us.
But why? What does that do for you? If it's negatively affecting someone else and their feelings, emotions, if they're sad, like, how does that make you happy?
I guess that eases their mind. Some people, the only way they know how to get over hurt is to, like, do something spiteful or petty or to hurt, other people. That's their only healing process they ever know. Mm-hmm. If you do something to me, I'm gonna do something to you, and it's gonna be even a little bit pettier. So you might have did this, but now I'm going on social media. I'm gonna let the world know that X, Y, and Z or X, Y, and Z. So it's like, those are like attention seekers. When you just, I feel like it's some people who like daily blog and they post, daily stuff. But then it's a difference when you have a person who, every relationship, they always posting the negative, the positive. I mean, like the arguments, where my car at, this nigga, do you know this nigga got business on calling? Do you know this nigga, like, stuff like that. Like, why are you posting that? Because it's like, now at this point, you won't always get what you get, because that's the type of attention that you draw in. You pull in that type of attention. People always know when y'all together. People know when y'all arguing. People know when he cheating. People know when he out of town. People know like the whole 411. And then
when he out of town.
And here you go telling people to mind their business. They is minding their business because you told it to the whole world.
Oh man.
So now we want to know the outcome. Like what happened next, sis?
What did he do?
When he came back to you. But we all saw the pictures of. No,
yes, it's messy. So I just don't like. My opinion now has changed. When I was in a situation and social media was like a new thing, yes, anything you did to me, I probably would write it up there and be like, I might even tag you and tell, let people know exactly who I was dealing with and talking about. I remember getting into it with women on social media over, the person I was dealing with, and I would write about it up there, like go back and forth, like see these people out, and all of that. But then I got to a place where it's like any good thing you want to keep quiet, because anytime somebody can get into your circle and know that you got something good, that's where the problem starts. So just because you have an argument here and there, you don't want the world to know. Because even think about it as a woman.
I'm coming to you
if I like your man, right, and I feel like you don't deserve him.
It doesn't matter what you feel like.
Listen. All you do is post on social media when y'all going through whatever. Since I'ma always know when I can slide in his DMs because I already know when y'all beefing. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? That's always how a man can get at his lowest. The women always catch him at their lowest when home is not right. So if you always posting today, this and that's my piece that I'm looking at. Oh yeah, they beefing. So what's up? Like, come on, you gotta think like that.
Finding the DMs talking about, hey, how's your day?
So why would you want the world to know when y'all? I don't want nobody to know with me and Trey beefing. Nobody. And if I do want somebody to know, it's off the stress that I trust them to, like, maybe to vent to my girls or something about. But even family, like, when you heal from something, people don't heal from it. So now everybody is judgmental about this person that you done told the whole world all this trash about. Now you want to be back in love. Now y'all about to get married.
You want to be back in love.
Don't nobody like him, and you can't figure out why nobody likes him. It's because you done drug him through the mud.
And then try to bring him back.
Mom's still mad at him from the last time he got caught slipping.
Yeah, because she still see that dirt from the mud.
Yes, she do.
Now you want her to give you away at the altar because y'all back away. Y'all back, it don't never work like that. Everybody's judgmental and people who it's even the same way with friends, and I'm a witness. My friends tell me a certain stuff and they repeat it. Pan is a witness. If she tell me about some stuff and then after I get this bad picture in my head, it's no coming back from it. Mm-hmm. It's no coming back because now it's like, you don't deserve me. You heal from it, but now any little thing he do, I'm gonna remember like.
Yeah, but you can't do that. I feel like as a friend, you can't do that because that person is coming to you out of, like you said, trust. I'm coming to you as a friend to vent to you. That's not for you to collect your own opinion. You're supposed to allow me to vent, give me your advice, and then that's it. That's like you coming to me and then I get this picture of your husband. Like, it shouldn't be like that. I'm supposed to tell you how I feel. You take the advice and you move on.
If you coming to me and telling me wrong, beating you up, you think I'm just gonna be like, okay, well, I don't think men should hear women.
But if you like it, I love it.
No, sis, it ain't no you like it, I love it. Sis, I'm not. Every time you say wrong name, I'm be like, you need to leave that woman beater. No, That's not okay. Certain situations I get what you're saying, but no, like,
Yeah, I mean, beating is like the extreme. I'm talking about like, just a simple going through. Like, you should be able to like listen to what she venting about, give your opinion on it if she asks for it. Because I'm that friend. Like, if you don't say, "Am I right or wrong?" I'm not gonna tell you how I feel about it. So if I'm venting, I mean, if you venting to me and that's all you want to do, I'm a listening ear. If you want my opinion, I'm gonna tell you what I feel, but I'm not going to put my 2 cents in about your relationship because that's not my place. And if you're still with him, that's who you want to be with. So that's not my place to tell you, you dumb girl, like you should have been left. Like I might think that, but that's not my place to tell you that because I'm your friend.
I get uncomfortable. Like after a while, sis, when all the signs are there, yeah, sis, I get uncomfortable. It's like, yeah. I get like, Mommy, I need a cup.
Working from home. Go get Fit me a cup.
The life of a mom, y'all. Stop playing with my baby.
I think those are valid points, but every friend is different. So I feel like I'm not, for one, I'm not judgmental. My other cousin, Keisha, she always told me, like, you never supposed to down another woman's man because you don't know what your man is doing. So as a teenager, that's always like been in my head, like, you shouldn't be judging this man, like you don't know what he's going through.
Way to say things. It's a way to say things without making it seem like downing too.
No, I'm saying like right, but I also I know how to give an opinion or advice without downing you or your relationship. But I'm saying like,
but the human flesh in
people do.
Keep coming and you keep saying 100 times. It may not protrude off on her like how you feel, but in the inside you burning it up. Like,
yeah, no, that part, yeah. It's like I might want to, tell you XYZ, but I'm not going to do that because but you have to grow to that, and everybody's not like that. Everybody don't have that mind frame, so or that mindset. But there's a lot of things that friends do that, but that's another subject.
I just can't see y'all, if y'all I go through y'all stories and y'all up there talking about stuff. Anything like relationship related, like exposing your tea, or
I think that you're so adamant about that because you are an investigator. So the minute you see something, you like, did y'all see this? So I think that's why it like bothers you so much. Like, I don't do that because I know this is what people do because you are that people.
So
that person. You are those people, quote unquote.
Don't get mad at me. I know the story, but you told me the whole story. I just put the chopsticks together. So you can't be mad at me for the tea. Cause I could never. And then I'm still trying to figure out how you bounce back. Like, I don't know. I just don't.
Because love is blind, sis. And
love is blind.
And it's possible that you can see through somebody's demons and still continue to love on them. Love on them. Because I truly believe that you're not. I don't think you can.
For me, it's the embarrassment.
I don't think you can change somebody, but I think you can show somebody how you want to be loved, and eventually it'll dawn on them like this is how I should. How I should look. Yeah, but it takes some women a long time before they walk away. Like, I'm not one of them women. This situation you talk about, I couldn't do that. Like, I would still be crying to this day. Like, you cannot come. No, like I would still be crying.
I just person.
It
I don't
is.
know. It's okay. I feel like you can do
One of the
something
people
now.
that couldn't walk away.
You can't.
I feel like
I was one of the people that it took me a long time.
No, this situation, he away, they posting, and he come back home and come to you. You can't walk away from that.
Because you get so caught up in the situation sometimes that it's hard. It's hard. So that's why when people are and stuff like that and they don't leave, it's not like nobody is passing judgment, not saying that, but I understand because that was me before. That was me.
I don't think I'm passing judgment. I'm just saying I personally
No.
I would be so hurt that I can't even look at you. Because not only did you, like, it's one thing to cheat, but you are allowing this person to post it on social media and go back and forth with me and my friends in the comments.
I was that person. I was that person before. Like, I was that person. And
publicizing it, like, that's embarrassing for me. That's like I feel like I can heal and overcome from a lot of stuff, but it's that single, like,
are you talking
it's like
to
you don't
us,
have no respect.
Oh, no,
like you don't have no respect for me at this point because it came. It's like it came home. It's in my face. It's like
that piece right there, I would be so hurt.
Yeah, you do be like. So I had situations where I was hurt, like cried, like even down to the point where it was other kids that were made, like, you know, and it hurt. And then you sit there, you still stay, you still stick around because I don't know how other people feel, but I know in my case, it was more like, oh, well, I'm not giving up this easy because that means I let her win. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't let her win. You let him take his L's. That's what that was.
And you know what work? You want to leave. I don't give a shit.
But that was, that was like 10 years ago.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. These two that are going back and forth on social media, neither one of them know their worth. Because none of that shit should have took place. None of that. Self-love is an MF.
But the one that he was not away with, she's so pretty to me.
She is. Very. But if she can't see that, we can't make her see it.
It wasn't. It's not. I'm very firm on, like, women. Like, I feel like we should stick together just as tough as the men should stick together. I feel like that it shouldn't come down to the two women. Like, it's his problem. That was his problem. And he nowhere in sight. And it's like, why are two beautiful women arguing over this no good?
Two beautiful women?
I mean, you know.
She just said queens, sis. Two queens.
Yeah.
Two beautiful black queens.
That's the other smack in the face is he ain't even cute.
That's what I'm like.
It be the ugly.
They don't care about looks.
I know, but that's what hit home like. So you couldn't even go get a cute joint. You gonna go like for real. And I'm like, I will say, I love pretty women. So, like, it's not no hate, no nothing like that. I'm really.
That's what I'm saying. The girl, well, they both girlfriends, but the original one, the original, right? The one who was at home, she is pretty.
Yeah, that would be like, no, you stay with that woman over there because you was over there with her.
Stay with that dog face ass.
Y'all is going off. I ain't saying that. I'm not saying all of that because I just went off.
Women should, instead of directing our energy towards the other women, it should be against the male. But a lot of us don't think like that. So we rather go back and forth with each other versus kick their ass to the curb.
But I feel like
think about it. If it was him, if she was out there with another dude,
he not going back and forth with the dude.
Hello?
Hell no, he gonna bust the hell out.
Did that out the door, and when she came home, you think he would have been there waiting for her?
No.
That's what I'm saying. That's why we got to sit together and get.
But my whole thing is, it's all in which you allow, because not only is one of them accepting the BS that he throwing out there, the other one is too, because when they came from their trip, apparently I don't follow neither one of them. I know this from Lexi with the 411. Apparently he went home to her, and then he was back with the other one too.
So
a couple days later. So they both are accepting that.
Yes, they was at the same shindig. That's what happened. It's like, it's not even given.
And they all was in the same picture. It's like,
and that with the wow. It's not his name. The ugly man from the old show, Delicious and them.
Oh, Flavor Flav.
Oh, Flavor Love.
He looked like, you said he looked like Flavor Flav?
No, I said it's not giving Flavor Flav. We're not about to be all that function, and you still trying to decide who you want.
It's a no for me.
No, it's a no, and I wouldn't have been at no function with me.
I've been, when I tell y'all that those situations I've been in those situations plenty of times.
My heart can't take it. I'm a crybaby.
I've been in those situations to the point where now I'm not dealing with none of that shit.
That's the key. That's the key.
I'm not dealing with that no more.
It's no. Like at this day and age, you can have him, she can have you, and I can have me a new nigga.
But hold on. So what happened to the days where you cheat undercover?
Those on the
they don't care no more.
Coordinate outfits and take pictures and post.
When you got women,
why he gotta hide it?
You know you got two people that's gonna accept it, and you with them, and they know like what you got hide it for? They don't care. I don't think none of these dudes nowadays care.
And that's when you need to care about yourself more and remove yourself from the toxic situation.
Mm-hmm.
As long as that is the thing though, with how males, as long as one or two cave and go for it, they always feel like they got a chance for women to go for the BS. Mm-hmm. Nobody can fall for the BS, and for them to understand that, we got to be on our toes when it comes to talking to these Black women, because they not playing no games. But as long as it's two bad apples in the bunch, it will spoil the whole bunch. That's why they feel like they can do, and no,
you're not.
Do whatever. No.
Not over here.
And I always have to say, like, people may think like, oh, it's easy for her to say because she's married, she this, that, and the third. But I stand firmly, and I still believe the same thing. Like, if I was not in a relationship, or if I was not in a marriage, or if I didn't have anybody, it's still you still not doing that to me, and it's no, you're not doing it to me. I would rather be by myself than for you to go and come as you please and be able to take this person here and me sit at home and look like a fool and post about it. Hell no.
What was that quote you just said, Ty? I'd rather swallow a car before I say.
Swallow a whole car before I say long as he know where home is. Not.
Let me go try to swallow my car, sis, because
who you telling?
Never.
Bills.
Swallow a car.
That jingling thing in the back of my throat.
You gotta get your deep throat together. You gotta get your deep throat together.
Real, because it's not giving them. It's definitely not. And we have to know our worth. We have to know, because where you found him at, there's probably 10 more down there that's willing to take care of you in whatever situation you got going on. It's something out there.
That part.
And if you falling for him, you ain't gonna never meet the ones that you really need to meet. And if you keep going back to him.
But but I think that the problem is a lot with women is that we're not shown that from the men that's supposed to be the men that we're supposed to have in our life growing up.
Yes, but we too old now. How long do you hold on?
Right. But you know, a lot of people,
like my daddy wasn't there. You can't keep holding on to that.
Right.
Your daddy wasn't there, so now you're
supposed to keep what you need to do. So you don't But if you were never been in a situation to.
We can't hear you, sis. We can't hear you because what you saying is Because you don't have to have a father to know what it feels like to be loved and to show other people love. As you get older, you know right from wrong. You know how you want to be treated and how you don't want to be treated. So yeah, we lack, a lot of us lack that love and feeling, but at the end of the day, it should, because we do lack that feeling, it should make us and put us in a position to never ever want to feel that way.
That part.
Okay, sis.
you know, it really bothers me when people be like, oh well, I don't know how to do this because my mom wasn't in my life. I don't know how to do this because my dad wasn't in my life. I don't know how to do this.
Grow up, okay? Seriously, stop using that as an excuse.
And now you say, if your dad wasn't in your life, you know what?
It should make you.
So at this moment,
exactly.
You know,
I agree.
But one thing, a lot of people are not that strong-minded to be able to get past that. We're not saying that you have to get past it, but you know how it feels. You know how it feels, so you shouldn't be cheating. Right. But a lot of people can't. And I've witnessed it. I've witnessed it on several occasions.
They can't or they won't. There's a difference. Which we doing? You can't get past it or you're choosing not to get past it.
That's true.
I think everything in life is a choice.
I love my father dearly, y'all, but my father was not like consistently in my life as father, that father-daughter relationship. And I saw him all the time, but we just never created that bond. So no, I didn't know exactly how it felt to have, that type of loving at the end of the day. I knew his love, but as far as that bond, no, we didn't have that. So here I am, 33. I can't sit here and say, oh, well, I don't really know how to love and be receptive of love because I never got that from my dad.
Bullshit.
I can't say that. Why? How can I say that when I know that bond that I didn't have? So now I take that and flip it to the bond I want to create.
Because that's the choice you made. They don't want to make that choice. So it's not that they can't, they won't.
Oh, yeah. You gotta have you gotta stand on something.
Or you gonna fall for anything.
Okay, tell me these quotes to that. Stand on something or you gonna fall on anything.
Falling deep. But she falling deep. You know them dreams when you be sleeping, you feel like you wake up, you feel like you falling. Mm-hmm. That's what Sis doing right now. You falling for anything. No, Sis, you can just stand back up. And stop.
Toes down.
So, yeah, I don't know.
What you say? Time stand for. What you say?
Stand for something, and I said, "Oh, we gonna fall for anything." And you have to stand for yourself. You know what you want from people. Demand it. Demand it. If they can't give it to you, next.
Yeah, that's the problem. We as women, we lower our standards for these guys.
No, since he gotta be, and I'm not saying that it's certain things that you can work with. There's certain things that you can work with and you can grow and things like that. But there's also red flags too. And if this situation is a clear red flag, somebody who love you, how could you think that it would be okay to be in a whole other state celebrating somebody's birthday? Like, no.
And my birthday was the same week.
How? That ain't love.
What's love got to do with it?
You don't even like me at this point.
But a second-hand emotion.
Hey.
Hey, put a bit on the slide, y'all.
So
here we go.
I
With
know
the
I got
politics.
a little bit, huh?
You about to talk about news? Hold on, but in the news, do y'all think Tan, you are muted, sis.
And you look like you was into it.
Say it again. No.
Can't hear you. Sorry.
Okay, so why she trying to get her mic straight?
Y'all hear me now?
Yes.
Hello.
Okay, so I just want to ask the one question. Do y'all think 45 got COVID-19?
That's what I was about to ask.
No.
I don't think so.
I don't believe it.
Because Brad, I told y'all this. He's from Landover. I'm telling you.
Don't put that on us.
Brad,
you know when they get in the press because they start lying. You know, my mother put me out that night and I couldn't even. That's him. Says he after that debate, he tried to get himself back out of it. So now we got used to it. So
but hold on, in the debate, did you hear he was like, Biden be at his conference with 3 people and he come with the biggest mash you ever could see. I like to cry laughing in my bed. I was crying.
Brad posted a whole video on Twitter.
How you in the hospital?
At the hospital.
He in the hospital in the suit.
A whole suit and tie. Sir, are you sick or no?
He ain't sick. When is the next scheduled debate?
I don't know. I think they had. Did they postpone it because?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe he was just trying to get out of it.
I know the vice president had to do their debate too, so hopefully that's coming up.
What y'all think about her?
I mean, I'm still iffy about her. I feel like all politics are crooked.
Absolutely.
So it's like
I've been there a long time.
But it's gonna be nice to see a woman.
We gotta get out of it too. We gotta get out.
But we have it's gotta be a woman who
color.
A woman who wants change and not a woman who's.
I think Michelle should run for VP, but she don't want to go back in the White House.
What?
Don't blame her.
Kamala, she a Delta, and them Deltas is real, honey.
Kamala also sent innocent Black men to jail. So
hello. Hello.
Hold on, what happened with that?
Used to be a prosecutor, and she got a lot of cases where she sent innocent Black men to jail. That's why, so I guess Biden picked her to get the Black vote, but then again, people
he picked the wrong person.
Yes, he did. That's why I said we have to get out of voting for people because of color and gender. I need to know what you about for real. Seriously.
That's true.
Absolutely. But in this case, anything is better than nothing. So if we gotta get the Trump administration out of that,
is it really that? No, seriously, is it really?
But that's why a lot of people saying they're not voting because.
One thing I can say is, at least with, I'm not a supporter of him, but the one thing I can say about Trump is that at least he gonna give you the real him.
Yeah, Trump is definitely coming.
He don't care how you feel about it. He gonna say what he say.
But he's a liar too.
Yes, he is.
He's the only person who has ever been this honest and
Black.
like, yes. He called that man a clown.
On TV.
And talked about his crackhead son. How you gonna do that?
I thought Biden called Trump a clown. Biden called Trump a Biden called Trump a clown.
But Trump was talking about his
crackhead son.
Hold on, Biden was like all families, we all have that one that has an addiction, and then the camera we don't have an addiction in my household, Biden. So that don't try to relate with all of us because we all know.
Hey, but in your whole family, you got one.
True.
I don't think I have anybody with drug addictions in my family.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's somebody I don't know, but I'm sure it's one. But
that was the most childish debate ever. They look like two kids up there going back and forth. Don't nobody with the
Hey, he pissed Biden off though. Biden face,
but Biden couldn't even. He was so mad that he couldn't even get his words out. I'm like, come on, Biden, get it together.
Because he probably wanted.
He was so mad.
On the next debate, the commentator or whatever is gonna have control of that mic so they can cut them off.
That's good. Because Trump was over talking.
That's sad that you have to do that with adults. That's ridiculous.
They gonna cut their mic off so their mouth like this.
Like Tan when she keeps going out. The man was like, okay, I'm the moderator, Mr. President, and I'm asking the questions. I was like, ooh, okay.
You ain't in control today, sir.
Hey, I can't wait until the other one. I can't wait.
I'll be election year.
I didn't even want to watch it. Jerome made me watch it.
I didn't watch it. I caught the highlights on YouTube. I didn't watch the whole thing. And I was kind of, after hearing about it, I was kind of mad that I didn't see it when live. They some idiots. I don't know. I'm not 100% sold on Biden either, so.
I mean, but we got to vote for one.
Well,
and it means Mr. Man needs to be out of the White House. I went downtown yesterday and I don't know if they was having like some Trump rallies or whatever, but they had Trump flags out, make America great again, hats, and all the kids was down.
And they look at you like you crazy, don't they?
Girl, I was just looking at them. I recorded across the street.
They must was having rallies everywhere. One of my Facebook friends posted videos. She was driving down 301 and going into Waldorf, and there was a train of them going down 301 with Make America Great flags and Trump flags and everything hanging up. I said, oh, they is really feeling this, that their president got COVID, huh?
He got a lot of
supporters.
People who want him.
Yeah, he did. He said he had millions of people at his rally, and Biden got 3 people there.
3 people.
He said, no, you don't. He said you don't have your rallies not because of COVID, because you can't get nobody to come out. I'm like, Trump is really trying to give it to Biden. He's really trying.
When you ask him about the political stuff, he always never has any answers. When they ask him about white supremacy stuff, what he say? He try to act like
because he Trump with the mess. He like the messy stuff. He don't do what he's supposed to do.
I told y'all. That's why I said he from Landover.
Y'all crazy.
He from Landover.
What they be saying, he definitely with the shit.
Definitely.
He's with him.
It was the biggest match you ever seen.
People think he gonna win again though, y'all. It's a lot of people who like political analysts and stuff who are saying that he gonna win again.
Boy said if he don't win, he's not leaving the White House. Who says that? Like, so pack your shit and go.
Hey, my man gonna be like 80-something years old if his term over with. Like, what the fuck?
I'm gonna need him to pack his belongings and leave. Don't have somebody come in and escort him.
He gonna be like 80 though.
I just don't though, like.
Well, should you be resting and relaxing when you close to 80? Like, not trying to run a country.
He is with the shits. Age ain't think about no age.
But hold on. Did y'all see the highlight where how Biden embraced his wife and then Trump did the little rub on?
Oh, that little rub.
Always giving him the cold shoulder.
He when she came to him, he just pat her like a little church rub. Like, what is that?
First of all, do they even? Can you imagine them even probably try to?
I don't think that they do. Even when Michelle Obama and Barack Obama was walking and holding hands, I think he tried to grab her
and
hand.
she like, yay. Like, don't touch me. She was disgusted.
You know, we don't even get down like that.
She definitely got a whole side nigga. She definitely got a side nigga.
They signed a contract. She just did for show. She just did to stand there. Don't touch me, sir.
Right. Because she be looking at him like, like all disgusted.
And you remember when Obama was in office, like anytime we saw him, he always acknowledged Michelle and like, yes, like
that. I love that about them.
That's that real love. They ain't got that.
They got
Delani and Donna don't have that.
Donna got do's and don'ts. Okay, that's it. This what you ain't gonna do,
right? But he must be forgetting because
that rub,
she came that rub.
What is
that rub? He had the Rona on him, and he gave it to her like that.
But no, okay. So this is my thing about the whole Corona thing. So when they have them little things, the debate, when you know you're going to have that, they have to get tested, right? They get tested and they quarantine in their space because they, there. So if you got tested and you quarantine and tested negative and you came to this debate, what made you get tested again in 2 days? And then you got it.
So from my understanding, let me explain it a little bit because I think this is how it happened.
It's her field. Let her go.
He got to the debate late and he told them that he was just tested earlier that day and they let him in.
But I thought you were supposed to get, why would you test me moments before I go on the stage? I'm supposed to know my results before the event. So that can't be accurate, Tan.
That's how he would. But then it's the president says he can probably get his results in 2 hours.
But my whole thing is
right. But hold on. So this is my thing. Why would you test me? Let's just say he can't get his results back in 2 hours. Why would you test me 2 hours before the event? If I have it, that means I can't go to the event. So it just still doesn't make sense to me.
I don't trust them.
What, would you gonna postpone it? Everybody sitting in front of their TVs waiting? No, you supposed to get that done, quarantine until it's time to go to the event. Go to the event and then everybody. He said it at the debate. Why do I need a mask on in here? We all have been tested and quarantined. He said that on the debate when he was talking about Biden with the biggest mask. The biggest match you ever could see. Like, that was hilarious to me. But like, I think it's fake.
Oh, he don't got time to be catching that.
Yeah, and then Trump talk about, I got my mask, it's right here, and then put it. You don't wear it though, sir. There's no point of it being in your
Go ahead.
jacket.
I guess your pocket.
And then now all of a sudden he got rolling.
Hell, have it.
So he's trying to redeem himself. He wants people to feel sorry. He's a fucking narcissist.
And they
Well,
have been
feel
out
sorry
there
for him.
feeling sorry for him, and it's pissing me off.
Yeah, he wants them to feel sorry for him. He's a narcissist.
Get well,
He
president.
gonna be in there 58 days. He gonna miss the next debate.
Didn't he leave yesterday?
Did
Oh,
he?
he in Walter Reed.
Yeah, he
No, I seen that video I seen posted was from earlier.
I could have sworn he left up out of there yesterday. I could be wrong, but I think he did.
What else? What else, Nick? Alexis, why you pose like that?
Oh, Dr. Sanjay said that he shouldn't be discharged tomorrow.
Ain't that the doctor? He said he don't know what he's talking about. He said that doctor don't know what he's talking about. And then he not believing nothing that the CDC said.
Hey y'all, I'll be right back.
Take him out, Elijah.
Hey.
Bye.
Bye.
Say bye, Elijah.
Bye.